In this dilapidated one-story brick house close to Egypt's famed Giza pyramids, Saeed Ramadan gets ready for another day selling souvenirs. But the 42-year-old has been feeling dejected lately. Business is much slower than usual.
I used to go to work for an hour or two and come back with 300 or 400 Egyptian pounds. Now I consider it a blessing from God if I manage to bring home 10 pounds.
Tourist arrivals have fallen in 2015 to about 9.3 million, a sharp drop from 15 million in 2010. The industry was hit hard by the turmoil triggered by the 2011 overthrow of longtime dictator Hosni Mubarak. Woes compounded by the deadly insurgency led by the Islamic State jihadist group in retaliation to the ousting of Mubarak's successor, Islamist leader Mohamed Morsi, in July 2013. A recent blow was dealt last October when a Russian airliner blew up mid-air over the Sinai Peninsula, killing all on board, mostly Russian tourists.
After all these revolutions, we started to hear about the Islamic State group. It's all we heard about. Then the killings started, so of course people stopped coming. There's so much death and so many attacks in the Arab world. Why would a tourist want to come here? Naturally, tourists are afraid.
The thousands of foreigners who used to jostle shoulder to shoulder for access to the pyramids and Great Sphinx complex every day have now vanished. And dozens of camel and horse handlers stand around for hours on end as visitors turn down rides across the scenic desert plateau. After the crash in October, Moscow barred all Russian carriers from flying to and from Egypt, and Britain suspended air links with the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, from which the plane took off.
If the British and the Russians do not lift their bans on tourism in Egypt, this will lead to the death or semi-death of the Egyptian tourism sector.
Saeed and other souvenir vendors now have to resort to relentlessly tagging after annoyed tourists as they board their buses, putting on a brave face while they wait for business to pick up.